welcome back to part 2. Part 1 is over there on the interwebs. Go find it if you haven't watched it. It's good stuff. Mike tells a story.
A bunch of them, actually. So if you don't like stories, go watch it anyways.
I had some great jokes. So
It was.
you
She's
like,
on a roll. She might have one more in her tonight.
I hope so.
Whoa.
Might have 2.
Might have 2.
That's good. Okay. Anyway, shall we talk about this crapola house?
Oh my God.
How much of a budget are you on, Bravo? This house was rank.
It was just so weird.
It had like a petting zoo, 3 houses that none of them were telling the same story. I'm certain I saw a live, love, laugh somewhere in the background. So Brittany must have felt right at home.
Yeah.
Like
Brittany brought that. She put it out of her
Yeah, that's right. Brittany brought it. And then when you got in a look into the primary bedroom that Jesse and Lala were fighting over,
with the bang
there's
tub?
like anyone from the East Coast will know this reference. All you have to bring is your love of everything at beautiful Mount Airy Lodge. And Mount Airy Lodge had a heart-shaped hot tub in the rooms and a champagne cup hot tub, which, by the way, I still want to go in a champagne cup hot tub.
Yeah.
And beautiful Mount Airy Lodge. Good jingle.
It reminded me of like every time I go to look for places in Santa Barbara, like Airbnbs, like you always see like they're kind of smaller places. And then like the bedrooms are always just like these mismatched sheets and like old ass, like it looks like a kid from the 80s comforter.
Yeah.
And like whenever I see that, because real estate is what it is now, I don't think you can buy real estate if you are not a person who can also furnish it with new things. So I see it as like you've inherited this from your parents and you've decided to, I'm going to make some money off of this, but you're so cheap, you're not going to put anything in it. And also people will stay in it for $9 billion. Yeah. So like that's what the whole thing looked to me. It looked like a really budget Santa Barbara trip to houses that like these are just kids that inherited it and they're not putting any money into anything.
I need to understand, like when you're on these shows, if you're hosting a trip, you know the rooms are always a thing.
Yeah.
On every show. It doesn't matter if it's a housewife show, one of these shows. Figure out, like say to everyone when you're on the train, hey guys, I've figured out the room situation. I'll let everyone know where we're staying when we get there. Or when we get there, there's a house that you're going to stay in, Jasmine, with your fiance. There's a mommy house that everyone with kids is like, how are we still doing this? And these 2 people are fighting over this suite, like a suite. I should use air quotes. Like, this is so dumb. This is so dumb.
I thought it was so Jesse to just like the car's pulling up and he's got the door open and it's not even in park yet. And he just flies in there like I mean, how old is Jesse? He's in his 40s, I think.
Yeah, at least.
They're probably 45.
Who was with him? Who ran in there with him?
I think it was Zack.
Yeah.
I just think that like that was not so much Jesse. Like, listen, I'm sure Jesse cared about what room that he got, but what I see Jesse as now is, what can I do to make sure that Lacey doesn't break up with me today? Like, it's like, she's going to get here tomorrow. She's driving herself. She didn't come on the thing or whenever she's getting there. If she is, I think she's coming, right?
Yeah, she's just driving because she didn't want to go from Orange County to Burbank to get on a train to drive past her house and go down to San Diego.
So he just wants to tell Lacey, I did good. Yeah. And like, that's it.
The like a whole new Jesse.
Yeah.
Like I don't not like it. It's weird.
Interesting.
It's interesting.
I think
it's making me like her a lot, you know?
Yeah.
But oddly, it's making me not.
Jesse's going to come back. Trust.
She rules with an iron fist.
She does.
She rules with a Chanel fist. Yeah. I'm telling you, Jesse's going to come back in the room. Just you wait. We're not getting out of this season without the real Jesse in the room.
You don't think with her?
100%. Whether
are they still together in real life?
I think so, but I'm not saying.
I think that Jesse might be gone.
No, because how he treats other people, it might just transfer to how he treats other people. And also, let's remember, they're still in the honeymoon phase. Yeah. They're not. Him and Michelle were together for 10 years. I want to see him and Lacey at 10 years.
Michelle, listen, we'll get into it later because I'm obsessed with the Michelle and Lala relationship right now. But Michelle, has never, will never, and I'm not talking shit at all, be Lacey. Ever.
No. I don't think so. I'm just saying like there is a phase of the relationship where like everything's, nicey nice, and then time goes by and you're Nia and Danny.
When does that time start?
I don't know. Who knows?
I'm not still
80
waiting
years,
for that.
maybe?
Yeah, we'll see. TBD.
So I think that Jesse could be kept on best behavior if Lacey, like, if they do end up getting married, if Lacey is like ironclad on like the you leave with nothing, like just that kind of prenup where it's like Jesse knows that like, oh, well, now that we're married, he's not going to be the guy that's like, oh, now I can do whatever because now we're locked in and then it's split skis. If any, like if she played her cards right, which I think that she absolutely would, he'll Minnie.
There's a bug she's trying to kill.
Oh, she's looking at me like, what? I'm at work.
So are we.
Yeah. I think that he will always have it in him. That's like, if I screw this up, I got to move out of the big house. I got to go back to
the literal dog house.
Yeah, exactly. Renting in somewhere in West Hollywood again. If I'm lucky, by the time I get back there, God knows what the rent prices are going to be.
That's right.
Yeah. So
that's
why, if there's any chance that Jesse's not going to go back to old Jesse in regards to her, then it would have to be something like that. Like he's going to be basically a kept man, and if he up, he could get kicked out and have to go back to his old life, and that might be motivation enough to stay on the straight and narrow.
So we've got everyone splitting up into their separate homes on this homestead. We quickly get into the scene that we were referencing a little bit earlier where Nia's like, okay, can you put the baby down? When Danny turns around and he's just like, I've been trying to put her down 3 times and it hasn't worked. Like, and you haven't checked on me. I would have decked him.
Is that what he said? You haven't checked on me?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not hear that.
Yeah. He was like, I've tried 3 times and basically like you haven't come to like check.
I thought that she like was supposed to bring that swaddle blanket in and then she just started eating instead, which I don't blame her for that. But I took it as he was like, what are you doing? Like, I'm in here doing this. Like, you're supposed to bring the thing. Like, that's what I thought happened.
I kind of went that. I was there too.
Maybe I saw it wrong.
But
I took it as he was trying to get her down, and he like every time he put her down, she would start crying and wouldn't go down. And so like then he needed a swaddle, and he came out asking her for the swaddle, but she had her ear pods in and she was eating. So he's like, "What do you do? You're eating?" And she's like, I can't believe you're getting mad at me for eating right now. And he's like, I've tried to get her down for 3 times and you haven't come to help me. And it's like, excuse me?
Yeah.
I've been a milk factory for 4 years. I'm clocking out for 15 minutes, boss. Figure it out yourself.
Yeah.
I was going to say this in the last episode, even though I didn't. You should go back and watch it because it's super good. But there's that Chris Rock joke where he's like, oh, I love these dudes that are like, come out and they're like, I take care of my kids. And I won't do the whole joke. Have you seen it?
Very Michael Scott of you. Remember when he does reenacts the whole thing on The Office?
Yeah. I love it when you do a black impersonation.
Thank you. Yeah,
I think our audience will really love it too.
No, it's going to go over like a barrel of bricks. But when he said
keep going.
I take care of my kids, like, yeah, you're supposed to take care of your kids. So that's a little Danny in this episode.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, these are your kids too. But also Brittany, it's always a dude, right? It's always a dude that's like, yo, I'm taking care of my kid. Well, yeah, you had them. You did the thing. They're your kids. You should take care of them.
I didn't realize I had to come and check on you.
But you never hear a girl saying that, or a mom or a woman, whatever. And Brittany said it this episode. That she's paying for her house and taking care of her kid and doing it all by herself. Cool, good job, Brittany. Like, Brittany's so into and been like bred to be like, oh no, like just being a Southern person. I'm totally generalizing, but like, no, you are mom and mother. You're a mother and the man takes care of the stuff. So
I think she was saying it in a different context, though.
I do not.
Okay.
But
anyway, and also the only reason I didn't take it that way is because in my mind, there's no way in hell that Danny would ask Nia for something and she would blatantly disregard it, put her AirPods in, and then sit down and eat a sandwich.
If he said, you didn't even check on me, then yeah.
Yeah, because he did say
Like,
he was like,
I
"You need to
just
check on me."
that flew over my head.
Yeah.
But if he said that, there's not. I can't do much for you here, Danny.
Yeah, right.
You're on your own, kid.
Not a lot of wiggle room.
The thing that he also said, kind of, that, and the people with parents can chime in on this, or people with parents, that's all of us. The people with kids can chime in on this one. When he's like, I kept putting her down and her eyes kept popping open, or like she kept saying something like her eyes would kept popping, or like her lids would pop up. He was saying a weird phrasing of like, she just kept waking up, but he's like, her eyes kept popping. They kept popping open.
You're
I
like,
was
you
like,
mean she woke up?
what is he saying? I'm
Yeah.
so confused. with
By
what
the
he's
way,
saying.
he definitely did say that because I'm checking my notes. Nia asked Danny to put Adelaide down, and he's cranky, dude. Danny cries about needing a swaddle on how Nia hasn't checked in on him because he's having a tough time to get the baby down. Shut up, dude. You need someone to check on you while you're putting down your 4th child so your wife can eat in peace.
Yeah, if that is all the things that he's doing, if this is not like either like I said, out of context, where we're not seeing that like Nia sold him a fake bill of goods about what this trip was and the nanny situation and whatever, or if they're not just like, oh, this is our storyline this year, so we're just kind of lean into those, then like the only other reason that it's like it's hard to like not believe, but like hard to follow, because like I am such a person that sees Danny as being aware of cameras. So like what you said earlier about him just not doing this in front of it, like you would know, like, if this is what is happening right now, then I'm going to bring it harder, I would think he would know. So I am all sorts of lost on like what is going on with these two right now. But if this is Danny, if this is all organic, we're watching exactly what's happening, then like it's real
like
weird and gross.
he finally cracked and is letting it slip out.
Yeah.
That like we're getting to see what like the rest of, because like, listen, Janet and Jason, they've said this thing, but whatever, we've all dismissed it. But like, hasn't a couple other people been like, Danny Darko,
Yeah.
that was his nickname.
Yeah.
That wasn't a Jason and Janet
But that was a
thing.
drunk thing.
Okay.
But
But
Janet
like,
said
what do
it.
you
It
say in
started with
Vino
Janet.
Veritas? Like, fucking the drunk just brings out the you.
Right, but also maybe Daddy needs a drinky. Like I take Danny to be a guy who like cracks a couple beers when he gets home every day. You know, like I always want to be one of those people that has like a crystal like set of like a bourbon and whatever. But like it's so gross to me that like it's never gonna be me, and I get migraines and all the things. So like, but like he might be one of those people that gets in, drops his bag, and goes straight to the fridge and like cracks a cold. What was he saying the other day that he just slams White Claws
now.
Yeah,
Instead of a brewski.
Wait, White Claws I thought those were alcoholic.
They are,
They
but
are.
they don't have the same like carb and calorie content as a beer. Beer's a bit more.
Wait, does he just not drink in front of these friends, but he still drinks?
I'm sure he still drinks. Because he was talking about drinking White Claws the other day.
Yeah.
And he's like, they used to make my stomach hurt. And Tom goes, and you evolved.
Talk about Darwinism.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Nat, where I'm like, I don't know what's going on with these two. We haven't gotten the real,
Yeah.
like nuts and bolts, the brass tacks of it all.
Yeah.
However, I think the reason I'm leaning towards whatever Mia says, I'm just going with her.
Yeah.
Is one, because we live for Mia. Two,
Mia.
Yes, I am a little tie-tie. And there's Mia on another show. Well, we also live for, so it all.
There's
all the
Mia's
same.
on every show, I've
It
decided.
really is.
Yeah.
God, remember, there's this line, if anyone ever saw that cartoon Hercules, the Disney one, someone was walking around with Air Hercs, and they were from like the the villain side, and the guy's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I thought they were kind of snazzy." He's like, "Air Hercs?" He's like, "Oh, it's a common name. Remember that year where every other boy was named Jason and every other girl was named Brittany?" And I just think like there was a year that clearly everyone was named Mia.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just think that big picture, women, like when you have kids, women do more than men.
Yeah.
They just do. So I'm also, even if I didn't stand Mia, which I do, I'd still probably be leaning towards whatever she says, because I know she's taking on the lion's share of the work right now. And so if she's exhausted and has just been a little loopy with him or has snapped at him, it's like, okay, throw her a pass, man. Give her a bogey.
Yeah.
She's breastfeeding. She's exhausted. She has 3 other kids that she's taking care of. Like, I just think, and I I constantly go back to your body. It's beautiful. It's amazing. It's a miracle. But like also your pants don't fit. No, you're wearing muumuus every day because your body was hijacked by this thing. And now it's great. And it's a miracle. And it was the biggest blessing of your life. But okay, I still feel disgusting.
Yeah.
So I don't know the backstory, but I'm just saying Nia's right, whatever it is.
Totally. One more thing I just wanted to add to this that I hadn't really thought of before. I don't know what Danny's like schedule is right now. Like, I don't know. I mean, no actors that I know go to work every day from like, unless he's got some kind of a gig that's like consistent, which I don't think that he does. I wonder if he is at home with her way more than we're actually realizing. Like, I wonder if he's also home 80% of the time. Like, he might go, maybe he does his voiceovers on Tuesdays and Thursdays, you know, and
brings their kid to set because their kid is on that one show.
Oh, that's right. Tell us about that.
Yeah.
Like,
I want to know about that.
Like, I didn't know that they is it their twins?
Could be their twins.
It's probably their twins. That's usually how
Yeah.
it goes when you get twins. That's a bonus to having twins.
Yeah.
If you live in LA. Cash cows.
Hashtag
If
Mary
he's
Kate
sitting
and
on
Ashley.
set, because like
exactly.
we've all worked, well, I've worked on a ton of sitcoms, and you got to just stay there. The parents are, if you're a stage parent, you know, that you've got a kid they are just strapped into a audience chair seat, and the kid is doing what the kid's doing, but they are there 12 hours.
Not kids. They can't be there that long. I mean, it depends on how old they are, but like you can't if some of that is probably school, but like you can't.
Sure, but the parent is there. Like they're there. They're
there's
parked.
a
They brought their
parent,
stuff. They
there's-
got their book and their Kindle and their, you know,
Yeah.
their
But
little
they're
cooler.
kids.
It's a full-time job for the parent as well.
Yeah.
In addition to the
yeah,
kid,
it's not like I drop them off at daycare and like
But their age kids, like those are small baby. Like those kids, I think,
Yeah.
are 4 hours a day. Like, so like
Okay.
whatever. Danny's, if Danny's taking them to the kids, it's probably, is probably not that long. Well, add the 2 hours to and from for traffic or getting
exactly.
there. So
They
that's
live
6
in
hours.
the freaking middle of
Bumble,
nowhere, and they
yeah.
got to get to Burbank.
That being said, though, if they're on a sitcom, they're shooting Fridays. So that's it. So I'm trying to, and I'm not discrediting that.
They're not just shooting Fridays; they got to rehearse every day.
Yeah, fine. Cool.
Yeah.
Getting back to what you were saying earlier, because that's more interesting. If they're spending way more time in now, right? Or like, let's say Danny's schedule is whatever. Let's say Danny's schedule hasn't changed at all. But now Danny's an hour away from where before he would be like, oh, I'm going to Jet. I'm Luke. So I'm going to go hang out with Kristen and such. I'm going to go to I'm going to the hotel, get some stuff. I'm going to go hit balls. I'm going to go he can't go see a buddy anymore.
Oh, because he's so far away.
He's an hour away, like
Yeah.
at best an hour away, right? Like,
Or he can, and that's just more time that she's got everything on her shoulders.
but let's just stick with this
okay.
thing that I'm pitching
Just like
here for
wondering
half a
if
second.
this is the case. Like,
Like,
if
if
this is
that's-
Sorry.
If this is the case, it's now, so he's stuck with a wife, not stuck, but they're stuck in this house. He's stuck with a wife who doesn't want to be there, who told him it was too far, who was like, I don't want to move here. He's now like, fuck, it's too far. I can't even go see my butt. Like, I might have this whole, maybe that's creeping into his head too.
I can't even go hit balls with Zack and Cody.
Yeah, I can't go. Like they're like, seeing their Instagram and everybody's having a good time.
Zack and Cody is one of those
Like,
Disney
the
shows.
Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Yeah,
lived
the
in a
Sweet Life.
I
hotel.
thought you meant Zach from the show. I was like, oh, is there a Cody? I don't know if a
no.
Cody.
But like it could, like that could be a thing too, where like, cause that's, I always tell Natalie, like I have a little temper, but 90% of the time, and I don't think she'll ever believe me, I'm mad at me. I'm mad at something that I did do or didn't do or should have done but didn't do. Or like I did something stupid, and if you've been here long enough, I don't like stupid stuff, especially when I'm doing stupid stuff. So I'm usually mad at myself. And once in a while I'm mad at her. But I think that Danny, that's the things that I was seeing in him, just his eyes and that feeling. I was like, that's deep. Like that, you might be mad at you, buddy. And then when we got to this, just literally when you were talking about that, I was like, oh shit. I wonder if they are stuck in the house. He can't get out of the house like he used to, and now he's having that realization of like, she was right. I was totally wrong. We're 1.2 into this house or whatever they spent,
Yeah.
He's trying to make it better. Little Booko Mountain, like you said, like the house is on fire, but ooh, look at our mailbox. Pretty sweet. Metal, not
We
gonna
have
burn.
one. We didn't have one before. It was just one of those weird metal things.
Yeah.
So
In the
that
penthouse.
Yeah.
that could be pissing him off. And then if she's clocking it and just wants to be a little bit of a dick and be like, then he's going to be like, me, It could really be causing some issues.
But what if he's home all day?
I mean, listen, that's
And
a thing too.
So that's the thing when she that's why I feel like when we get to the thing where he said
But
he
he's
calls her
been home all day because
performative.
he had the sketch. He had his little vocal job at home. His booth was at home.
Oh,
so
he
he's
can
been at home always.
Okay, so then
So
okay.
what I'm saying is after his 2-hour vocal sesh, he's like, I'm going to Luke's. We're going to go to have lunch. I'm going to grab a beer with the boys, whatever. He could get out of the house because he was all there. Now he can't get out of the house. So there's that.
Yeah.
I'm stuck in the house with and then also this is too far. It's too far. And I don't have any friends out here. So go find a church. You know what I mean? Like
the audience did not like
They were not
your
fans of
willy-nilly find a church. And I
That's
told
right.
you that
Yeah.
coming from a gigantic churchy family, like I feel like my sister would make life decisions based on
100%.
her church.
And
yeah.
you know what's, and listen, I'll give you a little context. When I was in high school, I didn't grow up in a churchy family, but I moved to Wyoming for a little while in high school. And in that time, I had two best friends, Crosby, whose family was churchy, and he kind of in and out of church, and Chris was like me, no churchy at all in our families. While I was in Wyoming, Crosby got Chris into church. And so this was I was a freshman, sophomore in high school. So I was in Wyoming, drinking beer for the first time and maybe smoked a little joint for the first, doing the things you do when you're a dumb high school kid. And I would call back on the weekends and
I still do that.
I still do that on the
the
daily.
things you start doing when
Thank
you're
you,
a
thank
dumb
you.
high school kid. My bad, touche. And I would call on the weekends and be like, oh my God, you guys, I had a Coors. Oh, I got so drunk. Oh, I barfed on my friend. And they would be like, oh, well, Psalms 87,000,000,014. And I would be like, what in the actual shit are you guys talking about? So literally, long story short, by the time I moved back, if I wanted to hang out with my friends, it was at church. And then I just was like, okay, well, I guess I'm church. And I talked about it before. We had a great youth pastor. And so I spent some time doing the church thing, and I totally forgot what I was talking about. What were you saying right before that?
I just wanted to one thing that this
The church thing. Right. Sorry. Let me just, my context is I spent some time in church in high school. I then moved after that to Sacramento, and I went out and found a new church. On my own by myself, because I was like, this place sucks. I don't have any friends. You know what? I'm gonna go find a new church. And I went to a bunch of churches and was like, this one, I like this church. I'm going here. You guys are cool. Made new friends, and it was amazing.
Okay, that's news to me.
I like to keep a little something to spite. We're supposed to be together for another 40 years.
You didn't
I'm
know
giving
about
it
the
everything.
dance stuff, or
right
there was
away.
something else that he was talking
A
about. that you were
choreographer
like,
that I wanted to be a choreographer.
Oh yeah, that he wanted to be.
Oh yeah.
That one I was intending on keeping.
No,
but
when he
slipped out.
his truck last week, this is just Mike. This is Mike.
Wait, do you guys know that I got a truck? I got a truck, guys.
Yeah, every few months, it's a new thing. And he came in and he was like, I'm like, so how is it? He's like, bro, I just feel like I'm just driving this thing. And I'm like, yeah, this is what I should have always been driving. This is who I am. It's like my friend Melissa, when her husband started playing guitar, just decided one day to start learn the guitar. And
Why
then,
do I want one of these? They're
I don't
so
know.
dumb, and there's no return policy.
No, we're a good time.
my friend
I know.
Melissa's
I'm
husband.
obsessed with you guys.
Yeah.
My friend Melissa's husband Brian goes, the guitar saved my life.
Dude,
And
I think this truck might have saved my life.
and that I know,
Yeah.
Mike's
it is-
honestly happier.
It is
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
stupid that
It's so
I
insane.
haven't I don't see Melissa regularly anymore because you and Brian would have really it would have just been stupid. He's a huge history guy. It's so dumb. You guys
Listen,
would have been
though.
best friends.
But there's I love Austin, but we've had multiple conversations where we're like, maybe we shouldn't be friends.
Yeah, it's not-
He's
it's
got
not
a
good.
rich girl, a rich fiance. So
Yeah.
I need you to get rich, please.
Okay.
I know you're working on it. But we're the same. Every couple months, he's like, you seen these kayaks? I'm like, what do you got? I sent her a jet ski that's a half a boat, half a jet ski. Yes, I was like, do we need one of
Nat's
these?
always wanted. She's been talking to me about it for
Listen,
years.
I did
Thanks
say,
for
like,
catching on.
I think I found us a compromise for Loser Lake.
'Cause I do love jet skis.
Yeah. But dude, look at if you're into jet skis, I calling it a boat ski. Yamaha pretty much did not nail it because they're not calling it a boat ski, but they have a thing coming out that's the boat ski. Cooler on the back, walk around. It's a jet ski, but it's also a little mini boat.
Okay, you're gonna have to send me the link.
It's
to that as
amazing.
well. I just want to let you know that speaking of dumb dudes, Shane, who we love, but is also a dumb dude. You know, he had once told me a story about how like my dream in life is to be able to learn how to tap dance and like he. You didn't know
Please
this.
tell me he did.
didn't
I'm going to say
know,
something
Courtney,
about
I didn't
Shane too.
know
I
that.
feel like you did because
Tap dance?
Yes.
No,
And
I
because-
would remember that,
No, no,
Shane.
no, hold
I would
on.
remember that.
I'm going to tell you why you will remember this because I feel like we were on our way to Palm Springs when Shane was saying like, oh my God, wait, because we were talking about like great gifts, I think that like people, like we had bought each other or whatever. And I'm like, honey, why don't you tell them about the best gift I ever got you? And he's like, oh my God, literally the best, most thoughtful gift Courtney's ever gotten me because he like went on and on about this. I think like it like tied back to his childhood. There was like
I hope it
dream-
tied back to something like
Correct.
that.
And so one year for Christmas, I got him tap shoes and tap lessons. Okay. Ask me if he ever once picked up the tap shoes or went and took one tap lesson. And by the way, the only reason he was picking up the tap shoes is because the tap shoes were at the school that I bought him the lessons at. So I was like, this is so stupid. Just you'll go there. I don't even know what's because like they're gonna fit you. They're gonna do the whole thing. He's like, I think he cried. He's like, this is the most thoughtful gift anyone's ever got me. Never even went to the place that Blackbird Tap School. You've got if someone wants to go in there and cash in Shane's gift certificate for the shoes and the lessons, it's still there.
Bro, I've literally put on prop tap shoes and just goofed off around
This more news.
I'm kidding. I
today,
never
more
did that.
breaking news.
It's fun as hell.
You're never getting
Okay.
late again.
It's all right.
Anyway,
Is it?
I got my
Okay.
truck.
speaking of never getting laid, let's talk about Luke and Kristen. Because
my
we've got
God.
at the end of this scene, it's just Kristen saying how like, you know, I'm going through a lot of stuff because after you, I know.
No, here's the thing. When she talks about a lady thing that happens that I don't want to talk about on my showcast, okay? But what I am willing to admit here is that if that's happening on this weekend for Kristen, then it means that Luke is not going to be like, can we do it? Oh, you never want to have sex with me anymore. This is really hard on me. So like, I don't know which is worse, but I'm going to take it as like, at least that's like, we can count that out for the weekend.
quelled that
Yeah.
urge for the weekend,
Yeah.
weekend
Unless he's into diaper stuff.
or into butt stuff.
Okay. Oh God. Oh
Because,
God.
you know, it's
Listen,
different.
imagine
Yeah, I'm
pulling
sure
it-
she's going to
pull-
be way more in the mood. Yeah, let's just do butts. She won't
Yeah,
even do
just rub me
regular
in the butt.
stuff
But
on a
also-
regular day. I don't think she's going to make this concession.
Since we're already making it gross, I don't know if pulling down diapers to do
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Is that
Anyway, so
God,
everyone
it's
gets
so
everyone gets
unnecessary.
to Belmont Park at different times because the mom caravan comes a little bit later. Schwartz is just going on and on about how great this place is. It does look great. And how happy he is to share it with everyone. But the next big milestone is when Nia and Danny show up. And this is where Nia's like, just so happy to be with my guy. And I want to soak up every second. And Danny just is like,
No,
this
and
seems-
not when they pull up, they're still screaming at each other. I feel like she didn't get to that place until they got to the.
Oh,
the
yeah. Because I think
thingy,
she
like
said
the-
some. Yeah.
But they pulled up and they were still like going at it about shit. Like this was a weird. It was just a weird thing we talked about in the last episode. But like the catalyst, whatever set this off, like hopefully we get to find out.
That's right. Please tell
Because
us.
something weird is going on here. It's so strange.
So strange. But the next scene actually that happens is really lovely. It's with so funny. Janet was in this scene and I didn't even clock her until I'm like taking notes and I like rewound to just get a head count. It was Schwartz, Brittany, Lala, Michelle, and then I was like, oh, Janet's here also. And they were talking about Schwartzy's new relationship, which I thought they all kind of chimed in and said nice stuff. And my little heart melted into a puddle when Tom goes, hold on, what was the exact line that he said? Or maybe he said it when they were at the bar, but it was something along the lines of like, I'm just so precious with this relationship. And I was like, that's really sweet.
Not so dumb after all, are we?
No, but when he says the thing about like, it just seems like everything lasts like 2 to 3 years. And like, the fact that Tom, like, listen, this town is just known at like, I don't know if it's like the Charleston ratio, but like, I would say that this town is known for like dudes never fully growing up, never really committing. The older they get, the less likely it becomes that they're ever going to be in a partnership. I was just having this conversation with my little puppy the other day, Bogey, telling him like, it's all good and great right now, but like if you're still doing this at 45, like it's
That's who you are then.
You might be single forever. Like if I just come from, I don't want to say the camp of, but like I have a theory that the longer you go in a single life, like if you haven't had like 5-ish or more long relationship, like you don't build that muscle, and like you just start going about your business, you know,
Body in
and like,
motion stays in motion, and vice versa, I'm sure.
Yeah, especially for dudes, because you know, dudes mainly have to pick up more of the financial bill of things. So like that, they're even more so have figured out, they've got their rent controlled place, like they've figured out how to make it on their, like they've got their hobbies, and I can live on this. So to get serious with someone in this economy, like it's just not.
You want eggs too?
Yeah, it's not looking good. So anyway, so I find it crazy that Tom is even having to deal with these kinds of things, because like I just honestly assume that like so many women in LA would just like swoop Tom up in a heartbeat if he was down. So if he's had these experiences where he's like, I just don't know if they're going to like me anymore after like however long, or, you know,
I think a few things. I think number one, this is LA, and it's not like he's some famous actor or like
he's
heartthrob.
also so cute.
He is, but it's not like he's put on a little bit of weight. He's a little tired, and I love him. I still think he's sexy. I'm just saying he's not the Tom Schwartz that is Mike's hall pass. Okay. And so I think like, and also if he is attracted to a younger girl, a girl that's like hot in her 20s is thinking like, oh, I could get a hot, rich, whatever. And like Tom's renting his condo, and he was on the downswing of that scandal. He's not on up until 5 episodes ago. He wasn't on a show right now. He was like, I don't think this of Tom Schwartz, but one could look at him thinking, you're a has-been reality TV star. You don't
listen to that.
Your bars have.
You're on the up and up.
Like I said, I don't feel this way about Tom, but one could paint the picture of Tom being like, your bars are closing. Like, what do you like? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Hey, Tom,
a little bit of a has-been.
God, you hate Tom
Craig
Schwartz.
Conover. Craig Conover over here just shitting on poor Austin.
He's not even
Bam! Got it in this episode.
Oh my God.
My point.
Go on.
My point is just that, like, I could see why he could say, like, oh, maybe I'm not winning at relationships, because it's tough out there, even for someone as cute as Tom Schwartz, who has a modicum of celebrity and a good Instagram following.
You is smart. You is kind.
He was important.
You is important.
I love him.
I know.
And I also love that movie.
I know. Me too.
But so my point is, like, I could see how he could have that experience. And also, he's not a guy who's just like got this crazy game and is rolling in to hook up with every chick. I just don't think that's where Tom is at in his life. And so that's why I think, oh my God, and I also do think Tom is probably pretty specific in the sense that like I can really relate to, where it's like, yeah, he's super cute. And I'm sure a lot of girls would want to hook up with him, but he's not into them. I do really think Tom needs to be like mentally connected to you, spiritually, energetically, whatever, connected to you to hook up, to like consistently hook up, not just go to Pound Town once. And I think that he really has found something in this girl that he is super into.
Yeah.
And he realizes, oh, he's like, I'm so at peace. I haven't felt this way about someone in such a long time. I'm so jealous. Can't wait to be there, Tom. And he realizes like, oh my God, this doesn't happen all the time. I think when you're in your 20s and you're meeting so many people, or maybe even in your early 30s, and you're just meeting person after person, you're just like, okay, yeah, we had this great connection, but like dime a dozen, or they'll be around another person who's coming right around the corner. And I think when you get into your 40s, you just kind of have more of a, I never have thought this because I've been a specific person since jump. But I think one could be like, oh, I'm not going to just jibe with everyone. I'm not going to have those butterflies with everyone. And now he has that with this girl. And it's super sweet to see him being very charmed by the situation and wanting to be monogamous with her. He says it in this scene, you know, and I like that he lied at first. He's like, that's actually not what happened. I asked her, are you sleeping with anyone else? And I have better game in person. And
you know, he doesn't though, which is his charm. Like that's his game that he's like,
but he doesn't even realize it's his game.
that's why it's so charming. And so at any rate, I just think the whole thing is lovely to watch and I'm here for it.
Yeah, it was fun. I'm sure we have a bunch of viewers. Hi, like and subscribe. But they live everywhere. So you guys chime in and let us know because I'm sure that this happens everywhere. But I bet it happens more in LA. That feeling of like, oh, well, everything only lasts 2 or 3 years. And maybe not those exact amount of years.
Including my bars.
Yeah. But it's LA. Bars only last 3 to 5 years. And then some other cool bar pops up and this one's lame now and everyone's going to this hot bar. So sorry, but like you got to plan for that here. If you make it, you're a handful of people that are celebrities forever. And you're probably not going to be one of them. No offense. You're going to be a big time celebrity, but one day you're not going to be. That's going to end. You're not going to be directing movies forever. You're not going to be the best lighting guy forever. Yeah. Like everything here ends. Everything ends. And you just got to take it while you got, well, if you can get it, take it. And because one day some kid's going to hop off the bus and be like, oh, I like what you have. I'll take that, please. And they'll be the superstar. And that's just the name of the game. But it also teaches you that like nothing lasts forever. Everything's going to end. And that's got to bleed into your personal life and your relationships. And
I do think that's an everywhere thing because even if you look at like athletes that live all over the world, nobody stays at the top of their game forever.
Definitely. But athletes live all over the world. LA is built on this one thing.
Oh,
you know
I thought you
mean?
were asking. Sorry, I thought you were asking people to like, oh, does this happen where you live?
That's what I am. I'm saying like, is this a thing? But like because I only have experience with LA. I've lived here over half my life. And LA is a very specific town that is built on this one thing that is amazing and doesn't last forever.
Yeah.
There's no other towns like that.
Oh, I get
New York, fine. You know what I mean? Like, so is that specific to LA because of that reason? Or are people going to be like, no, I live in Milwaukee and that shit happens all the time? Maybe they will. But it just, as you were saying that, like, oh, he says that thing, it occurred to me that, like, I wonder if that's an LA thing because nothing lasts, everything ends here.
I think it
no matter how amazing it gets, it's going to end.
I think it's probably like intensified here and you see it in so many areas of this city. But I do think that's I can't think of the word, but like a commonality or whatever in wherever you are. It just happens in varying degrees would be my guess. But you tell us.
Well, of course. Yeah.
Hold on. I loved it also when, so this happened in the earlier scene, but when somebody asked him like, oh, where'd you meet her? And he was like, I think maybe it was in his confessional. He was like, oh, it was actually the last few days that Schwartz and Sandy's was open and she came and that's how we met. And then somebody, I think at the restaurant Tom asked him, well, where'd you meet her? And he goes, oh, we bumped into each other at a bar. Your bar? Like
some old bar.
So I like that.
I know I do too because I think
all the bars in all the towns.
You happen to walk into the one mine that's closing in 3 days.
Which had to have been intentional because she approached him.
Yeah.
So you have to think she went in there with a purpose, which I applaud. I like that.
But I think that Tom, like how when he was talking in this scene about just off the bat lied and said that like, oh, she asked me, whatever. I don't think that Tom even knows he's lying when he's talking. I think that Tom has a nervous energy about him where he just words start coming out and it's like, that's not exactly it, but that was the idea of it, that like this happened. I think that words get out of Tom's mouth before like anyone's had a chance to like call legal and like make sure that like that's the approved verbiage that we're going with, because it just takes someone to be like, she said that, and he goes, no, I said that.
That was me.
I'm sorry, but I just think this kid is so endearing.
Back
He's
to one.
so sweet. He's
Like
so
that would be something that somebody would lie about. But I swear to God, I would bet anything. Tom did not mean to lie to anyone to like make himself look cooler in that moment. Like, I think it just came out of his mouth that way.
Or he did, but he was just like, wait, I'm not a liar. And then he'll out himself.
Tom, this isn't you.
And then he's like, oh, you're right. And then they're like, what? And he's like, sorry, I just meant to say I said that. I don't know why I lied.
I think there's also a version of that where he did like, because he knows he doesn't have any game. Like, he knows he doesn't have any game. He doesn't know that that's his game.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a version of this where he did go being like, well, I got to tell the girls what happened, and I can't tell them that I'm the one that asked. That's so wussy, and I already don't have a game, and I'm so whatever. They won't know. I'm just gonna tell them that she asked me. That's cool. Like that. So it was planned out and thought about.
Yeah.
And he got there and was like, yeah. So whatever. It was cool. She asked me, and they were all like.
Tom's like, I can't take it anymore.
Yeah, and he's
no,
like,
that's
oh,
true. That's
it was
true.
me. It was me. I did it. And they're
No,
like,
that's
yeah,
true.
no, we know. It's
We
like
know,
when
Tom.
you're a gay kid comes in like, Dad, I need to talk. I'm gay, and you're like, oh, honey, I know. I appreciate you coming to me, but it's we knew when you were 7. Yeah.
Or as you said, 7.
Yeah, right. Totally.
Okay, so the last scene of this episode, we all agreed, was almost all we wanted to talk about all episode, because it got us all in our feels. It was when Michelle and Lala just decide to go down to the beach, take a walk. It's on the call sheet.
Sorry.
Please.
I feel like we skipped a bunch of the theme park, like Jesse being a total bitch.
Well, oh.
Does it not? Do we not care?
I mean, I don't. But if you do, please, by all means. See, this is what happens when I try to skip. I always end up hurting someone.
I was just surprised when Jesse said he didn't want to ride the roller coaster and he called himself out to be a little bitch. It's just one more time that Jesse is a whole new person to me. Like, he just like, that is not something I would have ever heard him say about
Jesse
himself.
of yesteryear.
Yeah. Or like say that like, oh, she is the alpha. She like, he would just have never admitted that. He was so uncomfortable with any of that kind of shit before. And now he's just like leaned into it so hard. And I have no idea why. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's so weird. And I'll tell you how weird it is, because I'm not a Jesse, I don't think, like in that way. Like, I don't care if I don't like something or if I'm scared of something, I'll be like, yeah, do something about it.
Put me on that roller coaster.
No, I just mean like, I'm not scared to fight you if you want to talk shit, but I'm scared of some other things, and I'll tell you about it, and I don't care. When I was younger, roller coasters was on that fucking list. I was petrified of roller coaster. Like any upside down one, nope, not having it. Like, no way.
Even though you watched everybody go
Zero.
on it, and all your friends were going on it a million times over, and you thought something was going to happen to you.
100%. And so my church went to Knott's Berry Farm every year. And my church girlfriend, Dawn, loved roller coasters. Dawn. D-A-W-N.
Yeah.
Yeah, not D-O-N.
I thought you said something
Different
else.
kind of church. No, my church girlfriend, Dawn, obsessed. And Dolores, obsessed. These two as our best friend. Like, every year, crazy, months before, like, we're going to this, we're going to this, we're going to this. And I'm like, yeah, and we're going together, right? And so Dawn, like, yeah, I can't believe we're going roller coaster. You love roller coasters, right? You have to love it. And I was like, yeah, totally. I fucking love roller coasters. You kidding me? Freaking out. Did not want to go. The day comes, the first roller coaster these assholes want to go on is a little thing called Montezuma's Revenge. Do you remember that one? Have you been there?
Why on God's green earth would anyone name anything diarrhea?
Listen, that's a valid question. And this thing, you went so fast, it made you diarrhea your pants. But like, this thing would start stationary and then shoot off.
Sounds great. Sounds fun.
Go up a jobby like a little quarter pipe, come back down backwards, shoot back through the little stall where the people are.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. Do a loop, huge loop-de-loop, Go back up the. That's
This is
how
why
exciting it
we
was.
can't go on roller coasters.
Yeah, I get too excited. Back up the other end of the quarter pipe, come back down, do the loop-de-loop, and come to a screeching halt. No, thank you. All right? But I got no choice. I got to go. Because, like, I'm not telling Dawn after all these months. I've been lying to her, literally being like, yeah, no, roller coaster, my
That's
literal
active
jam.
betrayal.
favorite thing.
That's false representation.
No, look, it was legit. And so we go and we're in the line, and the whole way I'm just sweating bullets, freaking out, being like, how do I get out of this? Like, how do I get out? I'm trapped. I can't. And at the last second, they're like, and the little thing, and you get it, and I'm like, that's it. We're gonna die. This will be the moment this roller coaster flies off that quarter pipe into outer space, and we will never be seen from again. It hadn't even gotten down from the quarter pipe. And I was like, this is the best thing I've ever done in my life.
You.
Going through the loop-de-loop. I was like, we did the whole, and it came to, I was too excited. Like way too excited for this
No,
thing.
this is all Mike does is literally
Hate on
dig
something.
in so hard, makes it his identity. I could never, you'll never see me. I would die before
Synesthesia.
and then he takes a bite of the broccoli and goes, oh, it's not bad. I love broccoli. I'm a broccoli guy, actually, I think.
But we're going to make broccoli my middle name.
Yeah, I think, so I just downloaded a bunch of recipes with broccoli in it. And that's
I got some
what he does with
broccoli coming
everything.
over from Instacart.
Yeah.
Sorry, I am a man of evolution.
Of total
Sorry, I'm ever
whiny-
evolving. An ever evolving man. No, I loved it so much.
Okay.
And we got off this thing. I was like, we got to go again. And then everybody was like, there's like 57 other roller coasters we're going on. I'm like, no, we got to go. This is the best thing ever. And I think I might have given it away that I'd never been on that roller coaster in my life, other than like Space Mountain at Disneyland, which I also Thunder Mountain protested when I was a little baby. And my mom was like, dude, stop. We're going on this thing. And we weren't even through the tunnel, and same thing happened. I was like, this is literally, which is crazy because I'm obsessed with speed. I'm obsessed with going fast, like on my bike or whatever. So it doesn't make any sense that I thought I would not like roller coasters.
Yeah,
There's
you're
a
a
lot of
nonsensical
things,
guy. So.
I'm a whimsical fella. Whatever. Keep going.
Well, I was just trying to get us to the beach. You brought this up.
Because I wanted to tell that story.
Okay. All right. So we get to the beach with Michelle and Lala, and it was just such a nice conversation. And you can see some growth happening with Michelle. Like, she talks about how it's really hard for her to open up about these things. And clearly, like, if you look back on the 2 years that we've gotten to know her on the show, she can get really frustrated, but this is the first season we're seeing her open up about things. Like when she opened up about, that was a really beautiful time in my life when Jesse proposed, and the proposal was so beautiful, and the ring is really beautiful. And like, just all, just seeing this softer side of Sears. Like there's a shift happening in her. And I think it's all for the better of who Michelle is as a human being. And it's really nice that she can talk to Lala about this, because I think, I can't speak from experience, but you lose a parent, it's not any easier just because it was 7 years ago as it, I understand easier in the sense of like, yes, maybe you can get through your day without breaking down and all of these things, but like the pain and the grief is still there, so real, so top of mind for you if it gets brought up. Like what Lala said, she goes, it's been 7 years since my dad has passed. I still remember every wrinkle on his face, how his hands looked, all of that. And then she really me up when she was talking about how like I think if he was here, he would remind me that there are such good men out there, because she was clearly has been through the ringer with her last relationship. And then just, Michelle talking about how the beach reminds her of her mom and all the memories they had. And it was just beautiful. It was just a beautiful scene, and it really messed me up. I was hysterically crying watching it.
And to see all those photos on the outro of it, like, I'm sure Michelle was a wreck watching this.
Mean.
I also thought
So I said so mean.
production must really like her to have
now, but
done that.
but for me, I think that they're just trying to do her a solid from the shit show that they've portrayed her as for the last 2 years. Because the Michelle that I'm watching now, like I'm still getting used to like liking Michelle and keep going, oh no, right, I like you now. Like they really, this is like, I know that like I am not cracking the code of Bravo and how they are with the men on the shows and how they are with the women on the shows. Like I know that this has been analyzed 7 ways till Sunday. I'm not going to say anything new. They really did it to her. Like this is a whole new person. And I know, like when you say that she's had growth, like I'm sure she has. I mean, she went through a divorce and also another breakup and like,
And her mom died.
And her mom
last year.
died.
I mean, she was filming while her mom was
right.
quite ill.
But like she was filming when her mom was ill. So it's like, I don't know. You never told us about that stuff, Bravo. Like you just a little tiny bit of sliver that was really just so you could show us an argument between Jesse and Michelle and then leave us to figure out who was being more truthful about how that went down.
Yeah.
And like, I'm sure that I said like, oh, good. Like, I am sure that I reacted to her, like not in kind ways, several hundred times, you know? And I just think like, you guys owe her, man. Like I hope that they give her a really princessy season, 2 seasons, 3, if like, you know, I don't know. I don't appreciate being led astray like that or just like left to my own snarky devices which is why we all watch Bravo is for the snark and the like, I know that you watch it for different reasons, but like, you know, there is like, I don't take these shows seriously. Like I always come from the camp of this is all fake. But like, so even when I don't know, I just don't like that they just gave her a really uphill climb for what? So that we could all like Jesse, who now is a totally different person than who you introduced us to. So I don't know. I don't like it.
That's the weird part of the whole thing too, is like you could Jesse 50-50. Like they never really portrayed Michelle in a likable way ever.
Yeah.
Jesse, you could argue, no, he's a dick and we don't like him. You could also be like, oh no, he's kind of funny and I like him. I'm kind of into, you know, like, but you didn't, that didn't happen a ton with Michelle, if ever,
No.
right? Nobody was like, no, I really like her. And let me explain to you why. It's crazy how that's kind of flipped, right?
Yeah,
where
Jesse's
everyone's like, dude, Michelle's so great,
beta.
blah, blah, blah. And and everyone's like, dude, what the hell's wrong with Jesse? Like, it's crazy how, and I get that Lacey had a lot to do with that, but like, it's crazy how the edit has completely 180 on both.
We're not even seeing like, and unless they're just going over my head or like they're not good enough for me to remember, like one thing that I loved about Jesse was like, we always knew that every confessional we were going to see him in some like bougie outfit with some new moccasins and like no socks and like a new suit and a unbuttoned shirt. Like there was something
Underwear
like
from the
fun about
17th
like
century.
what's he gonna wear today?
He's gonna go to his guy's dinner with the $5,000 bottle of wine and all that.
He's like fresh shaved on this, like just very, you know, he showed up to work, you know, like I appreciate that. That's why I was saying things about Pokey earlier. I'm like, I know I like it when people show up to work. Like, should I start showing up better? But like now I'm not even really seeing those that much, or I don't know, maybe the shoes aren't as good this season. I don't know. I don't know. You bamboozled me and I don't like it because probably I'm mad at myself for being just like an asshole about her. And this was her the whole time. I can't imagine she was night and day, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think this was her the whole time. And I think that if anything, Jesse just brought out the worst in her,
Yeah.
and made her seem like a dick, you know, which seems like Jesse can do that, which makes me the 2 things in it. Like this scene was amazing. In Lala's confessional, there was an and it was such a familiar for all of us who have been like, oh yeah, I can talk about that. Duh, no, my dad, this and that and the other, and then you're like, oh shit, here it comes. And that where you have to like, you're processing, do I want to continue? Because one more word and it's water.
On.
It's on, like it's all over. That one got me. But I said it the last time we did this, the last episodes that we did, I'm really enjoying Lala and Michelle together.
Yes.
Because they're perfect. They're
Oh my
balancing
God.
each other
Yeah.
out perfectly.
Yeah.
Lala is giving her a little more confidence.
Yeah.
And she's kind of bringing Lala down
Softening
to like
her, yeah.
softening her and making her like just not gangster Lala,
Yeah.
which is like the annoying Lala to me.
No, I'm into it, but I still
Yeah,
I
but to me,
appreciate
I'm like-
all the sides of Lala.
Yeah.
You
Same.
know, yeah,
But they are balancing each other out in such a really not to be cheese dick, but like a real magical way. It's cool. It's interesting, and it's something that I want to see more of. Just those two building that bond and that relationship.
and like Lala losing like a masculine energy in her life because she is that. Like I know that Lala is obviously very close with her mom. Her mom lives with her, and like she's probably like her business partner and
Yeah.
shit at this point, you know. But I don't know, man. Losing a dad is so gnarly, but losing a mom would be, I don't know. I'll just probably go stand in front of a bus. Like it will just be a totally different thing. But hearing both of their stories and like, oh God, I don't know, man. It was a rough watch for sure because Lala's so tough. So then to watch her do that, and then like
Yeah.
just, oh,
Yeah, it was
God.
gnarly. Yeah, and
So-
I imagine gnarlier if it's something that you've dealt with or dealt with recently, as you have.
I think she called it life shattering, and that is truly what it is. And Lala and I both live in different. We carry on our full on lives in like hundreds and hundreds of miles away from our dads, and like it is still because no one will ever look at you the way that your dad did. It's still a masculine feminine like meeting of the minds, and like and so you're off like you're contributing, like obviously not in a weird way, but I'm just saying that there's like my dad was very like open about just like, oh, looks like you put on a few pounds, like he was just like, but then when I looked good, all he wanted like, and this sounds like an asshole. I don't know how to describe my dad to you in a way that's good in
He was the best.
in
You
15
don't need
seconds.
to
That's not going to leave you
qualify
thinking
it.
he's a massive misogynist, but like so there's like something about like the sort of the compliment and the gratification that you're getting from this male energy, and then like them making you also being the ones when they tell you that like you are the perfect woman, like you could tell me that too, but like my dad had girlfriends all over the country. And so like I knew when he would say things like that to me, I'm like, and this guy has it all, you know? So like
He
it was
knows
just,
a good
he
woman.
knows a good looking woman when he sees one, you know? Yeah. And when he didn't, he let him know. Like he let everyone in the room know. Look at this dog breath over here. Like it's real. Listen, again, I'll
Different generation.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna move it
it's a
along.
different
I'll
time.
move
It's
it
a
along
different
from
time.
him. But then a mom is like you don't even really think about how magical they are because it's not magic. It's mom. It's just like that is, and just kill me. Just kill me. I could not. I would be. I don't have a different word to describe it because it was earth shattering when my dad died, but it would be life ending almost in a way, like for that person.
Listen, I understand, but I would appreciate it if you did not go jump in front of a bus, because that would suck. You know that I grew up wanting to.
I'm the one getting smashed by a bus.
Whatever.
It's all about you.
I grew up always wanting to
Go on
like.
a roller coaster, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I grew up always wanting to like, and I was the kid in our group that was like, oh, we're going to get married and have 1,000 kids. And I always envisioned being a grandpa and grandma. Like that was my thing. I always wanted to be a grandpa. And then a kid in our school's mom died and wrecked the kid. But his dad was like, done.
Yeah.
Rap on dad. And which was even more sad because like this kid, we were in high school. Like I think I was a freshman or sophomore. And there's 3 years of my life that I was like, done. I'm not getting married. I'm not having kids.
Yeah.
Because there's a zero chance that I want to deal with any of that. And for 3.5 years, it's out of high school and a couple years into my 20s before I was like, okay, maybe I'll reconsider that. But it was 100% a no. After being like from a little kid, being the one that got made fun of for just wanting to be grandpa.
Michelle does seem very pragmatic, and that she's not someone that's very into like all the things I'm into, you know, crystals and signs, even though she did do that party last year and she gave everyone the crystal. But I think obviously losing someone is so awful, but like the gift of that too is like it cracks you open. I'm telling you, this scene me up, and I have both of my parents right now, so I don't even know why it has, but like probably because I'm so close to people that I know went through it, and that makes me sad.
Yeah.
And I think that like it was so sweet when she said like, you know, she visits me in my dreams.
Yeah.
And what do they say? Like grief is the price you pay for love. And it's just so nice to have loved someone that much. Because some people have really crappy parents. Like you talk about your dad, and I think about people who have terrible dads.
I know. Because when I talk about him, I'm always like, dads, man, you know what I'm saying? And then I go, unless you have a shit dad, then it's like a whole
then
different...
they die and maybe you're relieved.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
like if you have a great parent, you're so lucky.
Yeah.
And so like to have loved that much is just such a gift, even though it hurts so much that, you know, they're not here. But they're here. I don't mean that in a corny way or a patronizing, like they're here in spirit. Like they really are. They really, really are.
No, when my old boss, the most recent time I talked to him months ago, and he was telling me that his dad just died, or maybe both of his parents now. And he was like, I just feel I'm adrift. And he's, how old would Greg be at this point? Almost 60? If not 60 by now?
Yeah, not that old.
Yeah. And like his kids are like in college now. And so it's like, these are like, and his family's from London. Like they didn't even live here. Like, so it's like when I talk about like, you know, just like you're living your life completely. And then how is it that this person who I don't even see, but twice a year or whatever, like I'm going about how is it so earth shattering when this happens? And there's something like, I enjoy being a kid, like, because I don't have kids. So like, that's another thing about not having kids. It's really hard to fully grow up. I think when like you can always just sort of be a kid until you have kids. You are a kid to me. Like
we've had this conversation many times, but I've always said like I think that the reason people need, like, obviously not the reason people need to have kids, but like from a like evolutionary and keep the species alive. I think people need to have kids to take care of themselves. Like there comes a point where you just stop taking care of yourself. And then it's like, okay, well, now you got to have a human to take care of, because if you're forced to take care of them, then you're forced to take care of yourself because you have to take care of them. And it just is this circle of life.
Yeah.
Hakuna Matata, am I right? Like, so I think that's, but the same, it's like, it helps you grow up and it makes you stay alive and keep going. And
yeah, I'm like, we would have had to move out of this place, even though like it is the sickest deal in town. We would have had to. And then once you do, you got to pay double. So you got to work double. Yeah. And so you just have to like, you have to be smarter and more driven and focused and whatever. There's no room for error when there's someone else's life in your hands, you know? So,
and listen, this will sound shitty, and it's not shitty. It is life.
I'll be the judge of that.
Yeah. But you might not be able to dream anymore. Like dreaming is a kid's game, you know, like that's what your kids dream and make believe and play pretend. And like, you know, when you're young, you dream about doing cool stuff and making big things. And then you have a kid and you're like, okay, now that's my big thing. I made it. And it's not what I thought it was going to be, but now and your dreams kind of fade away to the side. You don't have kids and you get to keep dreaming like we do at 107 years old.
I just realized something. When we met with Jeremy, our friend, this past weekend, and Jeremy has kids and a wife, but he also has his parents. And every time,
well,
like
his dad just passed away.
That's what I'm saying. So like,
spoiler alert.
So every time that we meet up with Jeremy is the constant dreamer. Jeremy has a great job. He makes movie trailers and social, like marketing campaigns for films and TV and all the stuff. But he has kids, but every time we would see him, he would always call to get like lunch on the books or dinner or let's meet up on this night, whatever. And it would always be like, so I want to do this thing. I got this idea. Like, and this was the first time we went to dinner. And like, I was there the whole time being like, where's the pitch? Like, what's like,
yeah.
and I'm just now realizing, I wonder if it's his dad passing and now he's like, I am the patriarch now and my brother is.
Yeah, I'm dead now.
Yeah.
It's interesting because, you said it on the way home. You were like, I thought we were going, because like I met Jeremy on The Voice.
Yeah.
And after season 1 of The Voice, it was a big hit. And so, which always happens, season 1 casting, nobody knows what the show is. So you just get whoever you can. Season 2, now a bazillion people want to be on the show. So they sent me out on the road. They're like, okay, you got to go and set up all these casting cities and do it. And you can take 2 PAs with you. And I was like, I picked Jeremy because Jeremy and I would sit on break at lunch. He would come out. He was just a PA. He had just started, but he would have the craziest idea. And we would sit on break and just talk about ideas all day long.
You guys both smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, we both smoked cigarettes at the time.
I throw him a surprise party at the Village Idiot, and we roll up to the place, and we get there the 15 minutes after. Everyone's supposed to be there 30 minutes. I think Jeremy's outside smoking a cigarette, and I'm like, Mike's like, hey, there's Jeremy, and I'm like, oh, what a coincidence!
All the way out here in LA.
But yeah, Jeremy's a big idea guy and a big dreamer. And that was 15 years, like, I don't even know, 10, 12, 13, many years ago. And we remained friends because it's always, we're going to build this and make this. I got a thing. Okay, let's meet about our things and talk about our things.
And I even asked him, I'm like, how's work? And he's like, I'm so lucky.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
he's like content. Who are you? Content with his job, content with where he is.
He does very well, but he's never stopped at that ever. And I wonder if that has something to do with it.
Because they bought a house and and he's like, it was the first time, like Natalie said, no ideas, just
golfing with the fam.
Golfing and happy with where he was and no real big desire to. Like, I'm always like, no, better. We need to do this. We're going to do this. It's going to be better. Trust me, everything's going to be better. And I'll probably die. Hopefully something works out. But if it doesn't, I will. Yeah.
Why am I here?
Because you love hanging out with us.
Okay, sorry. We can move it along if we're all.
Well, that's it. That's the end of the app.
Oh, shit. Should we tell a couple more stories?
The vibes from the last set of comments from last week's episode of The Valley. The first one is, Janet is still the audience's public enemy number 1. That's from Mary Ayaka Kent, Richard Jordan, Tara, Rebecca Krakow, NY Vash, Oriel Thompson, Kitten Brave, and Paul Manelli. Very dominant theme is that the viewers are not buying Janet's apology tour. The general consensus is that she's only softening up because her job on the show might be at risk, not because she's had some beautiful off-camera spiritual awakening. I know we're all shocked. Some of the quotes from the comments were, Janet just needs to apologize. I'm not buying Janet's fake apology tour. Janet is not fun or funny. She is just dark and evil. Everyone has a problem with you separately. And that's true. Everyone does have their own issue. The fact that Lacey comes on, brand new person, and is like, this, I feel like my whole problem is just Janet. Like,
honestly, that's when she won me over, because I was just like, you're not a bad point.
Yeah. God, can you just see Janet in the Reddit comments? Like, God, you're weird, Janet. You're so weird. All right, the next one is Jason gets dragged down with Janet. That's Mary, Haley and Dave, Paul Manelli, and Rebecca Krakow. Jason did not escape the Janet fallout. Several commenters felt as if, as long as Janet seems fake, Jason also seems fake by association.
Totally.
I just think he is also, though. Like,
I agree. I think I said it last time.
Yeah, no, you're like, I actually never felt bad for Jason.
I've always said that.
Yeah.
And for the record, I have always had a soft spot for Michelle. And I remember you guys are like, really?
Like, I just thought she was boring. And like a downer. She just seemed like a downer. And there was this fun guy. Like, let's have fun with this guy. This guy's hilarious. Like, that's how I felt. But like, honestly, at the same time as like, I hate what Bravo did, because I just now find it to be such a blatant choice. Because there's nothing that can convince me that, like, oh, she's so different now. I just, maybe a little bit, not that much. But I always think that, like, I'm here to be entertained. I also, like, this is going to come off harsh, but like, these people are TV characters to me. They are not real people in life. Like when something happens that's really horrible, okay, yes. But when it's just like everyday shit talking and, oh, we had this beef about this thing, whatever, like you're here to get paid to dance for me. And like they're cartoon characters to me, and that's how I treat them. And
something that I didn't bring up in the episode or in our episode that I wanted to mention, so I'll do it now, is that I realized like I don't, and it was when Lacey was like, no, I only have a problem with Janet. And I'm like, yeah, duh. So do the rest of us, but we're still here, Lacey. Shut up. But like, I wouldn't hang out with any of these people. And for me,
I would hang out with Zack.
Oh yeah, I would definitely. And I hang out with Schwartz.
Same. I would hang out with Schwartz also.
Okay. I would hang out with Schwartz. I mean, I wouldn't mind a dinner with Zack.
I would definitely hang out with Lala. I would hang out with Michelle now.
I was gonna say, me too.
So Michelle, yeah, fine. But like,
and Dr. Dre.
Yeah. No, look, it's Brittany, it's Kristen and Luke.
Most of these people, the majority of these people, I would never hang out with.
Yeah.
The rest of them, I would honestly think I would tap out. Like there would be a limit to how long I could hang out with Lala, and I'm a fan of Lala now. Michelle definitely growing up, but like my point is like Summer House. I would like to hang out with, like, that is a group of people that I would be like, that would be fun. I could hang out with them.
Who specifically?
Not so much a couple of them, but the rest of them. But like even the Jessies and the dumb idiot, like it would be fun. Like I would have a good time at Summer House. And I think that is a problem that I'm having with this show.
Got it.
Is that I need to get more into that mode of like, oh no, these are just dum-dums characters that I'm watching live their life. But I'm also having a hard time doing that because this show is too real. Like these are marriages that are falling apart, and postpartum is an actual thing. Like these are actual things. I pulled a comment where somebody was like, the show needs to be on TLC, and I'll read the rest of it later. But like, I was like, I think it was, I don't know who it was, but also, I can't remember, but I'll read it. And I was like, that's so good.
It's interesting that you say that because there's such different there's such different premises for the shows, right? So like if you take this cast, which originated from Vanderpump Rules, I would have hung out with all the Vanderpump Rules kids and had like a wild, wacky weekend and wherever.
Yeah.
But when you put them in like in Summer House, yes, it's real life.
But there's only 3 of them from Vanderpump here. I guess Lala now and Tom, but like.
Yeah, but you understand what I'm saying. Like you are going to a summer house to throw theme parties and have a margarita machine. We're talking about marriage, divorce, postpartum. Like they're just.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I'm
the
just
shows
saying, like,
are different, but the people aren't. Like these people have a good time, still not interested in hanging out with them. When the Summer House people go to the city, still feel like, yeah, I would like to hang out with you at Soft Bar.
But we only get a slice. Like you might have a change of opinion when you watch In the City.
But yeah, possibly. Maybe.
Just so you know, if you date Craig, you could also have a margarita machine.
Yeah.
By the way, I would love to date Craig and have a margarita machine.
Yeah, I'm not
I want someone to be precious with my relationship like Schwartzy.
Oh no, the next one is Lala is not helping and viewers hate the hive mind defense. That's Mary Ayaka and Richard Jordan, and in my Vash, Deborah Traeger and Miss Grouchy Girl. The audience trend is viewers were annoyed by Lala's defense of Janet, and especially the idea that everyone disliking Janet is a hive mentality. The comments argue that people can independently arrive at the same conclusion when someone else is medically speaking exhausting. I did not like the hive mentality. I just thought was a reach, and I thought it was offensive.
Same. I totally agree. It's like, no, everyone can have a problem with you if you're problematic.
Yeah. So I went into this being like, oh no, because the first thing is just Lala is not helping. I'm like, but yes, she is.
Yeah, because
this was not I did not like this at all.
She's just still under the Janet weird comatose phase of just like, she's fine. I like her.
Because it doesn't take a lot to realize like, no, nobody needed any pushing on this. Like Janet is unlikable. To get people to like Janet, then that's when we'll know that there was a hive mentality. Like somebody really like spearheaded a campaign, you know? All right, the next one is Kristen should be allowed to be pregnant, funny, and on the couch. yeah, sure. That's Ronesh, Johnny Smiles, and Mary Aika. When I see Johnny Smiles in it, I'm like, did you...
Is that
real?
sarcasm? The
Yeah.
robots don't pick up on sarcasm.
Yeah. They're very open to Kristen being funny from the couch instead of being forced into chaotic cast events while uncomfortable and exhausted. Some of the comments, Mama Kristen, that's how I know I'm getting older. Kristen and Luke need couples therapy. Let Kristen be her funny, witty self from her couch.
The problem is if you let Kristen do that, she will never get off her couch because Kristen seems a little lazy.
Yeah. And just really wanting to just nest in.
Yes, totally. Yeah. She's a bed bug, a West Coast bed bug.
Yeah, yeah. Next one is Danny needs to stop bringing up the creeper allegations. I mean, okay, that's Ningy Ding, Johnny Smiles, Terrace, and Miss Grouchy Girl. They disagree. If Danny wants the creeper conversation to go away, he needs to stop reintroducing it like it's a recurring guest star with a day rate. So I just feel like we've been forced to talk about it again because Janet's on her apology tour and
Jason.
Yeah. So like
that could have been because I think I pulled a Ningy comment only because of the first sentence of it, which stay tuned. We'll get to teaser, no spoilers. But I think that was in regard to me saying that like Danny's starting to bug me because he wants this thing to go away. They don't want to be friends with Janet and Jason because of this thing, but he's also making all these little snarky comments about the thing and the drinking, and they're like, well, I'm not going to drink because somebody might think I'm an alcoholic. Like, you don't need to say these things, dude, and you are. So you're making a choice. You're kind of being a dick about it. So what are we going to cry about this? Or are we not going to cry and then we're going to talk shit?
The only reason
you can't do both.
No, I hear you on that. The only reason I gave him a pass at that dinner for it, or at the
They happened
cigar,
a couple times in that episode, like a few times.
or no, when he said, I'm not going to, I'm having water tonight because I don't want anyone to think that I'm whatever, is just because at that cigar bar moment, like it was his way to give Jason a dig. Jason deserved it. Jason called him a slew of names. This is the first time they have sat down since then. So I was like, okay, I'll give you a pass on that. If it keeps getting brought up, I will get fatigued with it as well.
Yeah.
But it happened a few times. So it's like, that's what my point was, is like, that was like the second or third time that
I don't remember
brought
the
up
other times.
But he just keeps making snarky. He brought it up. He made a comment to Luke when they were talking about it. But
that's because Luke brought it up. Like, I think every time it's been brought up, with the exception of that, it's like it's the centerpiece of the conversation.
You're the take the high road guy.
No, but literally, Luke came up to him at the Booko Mountain party and was like, "Do you want to?"
Danny is the take the high road guy. That's all they talk about.
No, but he said, "Hold on." In that conversation,
it doesn't matter. You're right.
But I just want to say my piece. This is what we do on the show. I'm just saying that Luke came up to him and was like, "I would like you two to get together." And Danny's like, I got to think about it because I don't have friendships. I have brothers and I don't know if that's right for me. To me, I was okay with that. That didn't seem he was.
That's not what I was talking about. But
what part were you
I'm
talking
glad
about?
we were all okay with that one. It doesn't matter. Go on. He's being snarky. And that's all I'm saying is I think that's what these comments are referring to, is that Danny, if he wants it to go away, he also should shut up about it. And he keeps making snarky little comments about it.
Well, listen, 100 million fans can't be wrong, but also you guys are wrong because I don't agree. So the next one is Lacey is weirdly winning people over. And that's Carrie Peacock, Danielle, Mag, Henry Winslow. Henry? You're not a Henry, you're a Hillary. Hillary Winslow. And they said that the funniest analysis was that she's appealing because she doesn't seem that impressed by Jesse, which makes Jesse act like a desperate golden retriever trying to get into Raya. Oh, robots, man.
Trying to get into what?
Into Raya.
I wish dogs were on Raya. I would enjoy Raya more if they were. Actually, dogs are on Raya, just not the cute ones that I want to adopt.
Next one. Jesse and Michelle are becoming more interesting. Jesse and Michelle? Okay. That is LL Net, Richard Jordan, Danielle Mag, Deborah Traeger, and Johnny Smiles. There's some renewed interest in Michelle and Jesse. Viewers like seeing more of Michelle outside the divorce wreckage. And Jesse is getting some complicated, I hate him, now I'm entertained energy. I hated him, and now I'm entertained energy. Which is funny, because I liked him, and now I'm not entertained. Like, I need Jesse to, channel
Jesse.
that old energy. Because I love an asshole. The next one is the show itself feels too dark, too postpartum, and not funny enough. And I've been right on that train with you. That's Tracy Amber, Oriel Thompson, Kat Sky, Meteor Wine, Nishless Boomer, Julie Thompson, and Haley and Dave. People are not loving this season's tone. Viewers want comedy with the tragedy, not just postpartum depression, marital stress, and Janet sucking the oxygen out of the room like a Roomba with bangs. One of the quoted comments is, the Valley needs to be on TLC about life after having a baby. Other than the person, I'm so bored with the season. Listen, did it get good last week or this week? I feel like it took a small turn. It was rough for a few weeks in a row. And that's like I said earlier, I was almost glad to know that Kristen was having her lady time, just so I knew that the Luke not getting laid was going to be an issue that we had to discuss again. Because
but Luke, he also
tired.
did get some a couple episodes ago.
Yeah, but it returned again.
Yeah, because that's not how it works. You just don't feed it once and then it stops. You should know that.
Natalie's Fall became its own episode. I didn't write these.
It's so funny that so many people commented on the fall.
You want to know why? Because I explained what happened the night before, because we shot the Valley the next
so people
day.
Went back.
So I was like telling people what had happened. And so obviously I didn't tell anybody what happened on the other ones, that it just happened. You either stayed till the end or you didn't. Yes. In the Valley, I think I said it from the top, what happened the night before. So that is JW, Francesca, L. Barton, Mary Ayaka, Gaze, Haley and Dave, Professional Curious Person, All That Glitters, Dark Hours, and Pullover Girl. There was the most comments on this. I laughed so hard watching you and Courtney laugh. I couldn't tell if Courtney was laughing or crying.
Both.
I was listening, not watching, and I thought there was an earthquake. Hey, is that a fat joke?
Yeah, really. Mean.
They were relieved Natalie was okay, but also admitted they laughed very hard. Courtney's reaction became part of the bit, with several people saying they couldn't tell if she was laughing or crying. Yeah.
What really got me when I rewatched
this is all that's left from it.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, it's almost gone.
When you slid across the floor and you go, are you mad because you didn't get to read your comments? And then you go, okay, let's just finish the episode. And you pop up like a deranged anchor woman, like your hair was just
I know someone's called it a fresh blowout.
It killed me. And then Mike was in a huff, and I was just like, sorry, steal focus. It just got me. The whole thing got me. I'm a laugher. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, finish the commie consensus.
Okay. The next one is the squirrel fishing Oculus side quest was a hit. That's Baby My Love, Fish and Gal, Johnny Smiles, Paul Manelli, Haley and Dave, and Zan. The Squirrel Snacks and Oculus fishing tangent got a lot of love. Viewers enjoyed the absurdity, especially the idea of virtual reality fishing as a solution to not going outside. Some of the quotes were, why don't you bring some little squirrel snacks? Forgot about that one. Whoa, an Oculus for fishing? That's Fish and Gal. I'm like crying right now.
No, someone, I forget who it was. I don't know if I snapped it. Because I asked Mike, I go, why don't you bring some snacks for the squirrels?
Yeah.
And someone goes, squirrel snacks. Men's minds don't work like ours. It was a very cute joke.
Justice for squirrels. And best name for a boat, the C word. I don't know how that goes in, but
S-E-A.
I feel like that was Haley and Dave.
Word.
Yeah.
Because I was talking about my uncle who had laundered money. Because we were talking about boats.
Yeah. Okay, that's it. The funniest comments were Haley and Dave, All the Glitters, Haley and Dave again, Harris B, and Johnny Smiles. And the wildest comment was from Niggy Ding. This comment connected the Summer House West Amanda thumbs up footage, alleged gaslighting, political propaganda, Trump's assassination attempt footage, and the broader collapse of truth in society, all in one Bravo comment section. I don't think I saw that one.
I don't think I understood that, but that's okay. It's late and we've been doing this for 4 hours.
That's hilarious.
So that tracks.
That's all I got.
Also, unless Johnny was number one in the funniest comments, then the robots are learning nothing.
Yeah, the robots have an interesting taste in things, but the people that are in it, I'm never shocked by it. But sometimes I think that I'm like, they had a way funnier comment than this one.
Well, because the robots
Johnny
are like,
had the
must
funniest.
think human.
Yeah.
And they get it wrong.
Yeah.
Johnny had the funniest comment, and I'll get to it when I get to my comments. But
He did. And I hope you don't read the one that I'm going to read because you read all of the comments. So we have none left to read, which is fine.
I did? Oh, she did.
Yeah.
The robots did. I am just relaying.
You told the robots what to do. That's how it works.
That's right.
Go ahead, Courtney.
Thanks, Mark. Okay. Johnny Smile said, Danny, can you just black out already?
That was one of my favorite.
So good.
He had a bunch of them. That wasn't even the one that I think is the funniest.
No, same. Okay, that was Natalie read. Zan goes, Luke is a beanie guy, and Luke is a beanie guy. Jesse's also a beanie guy. Two very different beanie guys.
Barf.
All That Glitters said, this is by far the best podcast. I love how you all pick apart the psychology of it all. Get this man a pedicure ASAP. And Jen O'Toole said, I think Mike could be persuaded to get a pedicure if you gave him a nice, cushy eye mask and let him bring an emotional support bottle of Meteor wine as a pacifier.
I'm ready to go.
And I agree with all of that. Carrie Peacock, Nat talked about this with the robots. Carrie Peacock said, I'm finding myself liking Lacey, which is quite unexpected, and I don't actually know why either. I'm sure someone here can explain it, though. And I just want you to know that's not me, but I'm in the same boat as you. Finding myself liking her, but not incredibly sure why.
Yeah, and I also think that Lacey could still be someone that like we're not into any second now.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. I'm 50-50.
Yeah, but for right now, it's been good stuff.
Yes, totally.
Yeah.
Mary Ayaka Kent said, Janet needs to just apologize and she needs to move on. It's not a hive mentality. Everyone has a problem with you separately. Two things can be true. You can be an awful human and everyone can be pissed off at you. It's hard to watch. That obviously Nat was talking about it, but it's just so true. It's like Lala is being blinded by the Janet Hayes.
Out of anyone on this show, it is the obvious choice to not like Janet. The whole world doesn't like Janet.
Yeah.
People have renamed Karen to Janet.
That's right.
So like, is the hive mentality? Did I get the wrong definition? Because the hive is definitely happening, but we all join the hive on our own. Like nobody had to send us Scientology pamphlets. Yeah.
Meteor Wine said, the newer Bravo shows seem to be having difficulty finding likable villains, as Nat points out. The top list includes Lala, Stassi, Lindsay, Sandoval. Who else? And then he said in a parenthetical, the Rhode Island girls have some potential. And I'm going to say something controversial. Right now, I'm not into Rhode Island. I'm watching it because I'm a true fan and that's what you do. Even when your team sucks, you still watch. But like, I don't watch this show to watch budget people in budget outfits with bad hair extensions. Like, this sounds terrible. Like, if I want to watch people that don't really have money, like I'll watch myself.
Yeah.
I do. Like, I am watching these shows for some peek into a world that is interesting. Like, I get that Luann was renting her townhouse when they started Real Housewives of New York, but she was still a countess. She still had a chalet in Switzerland and some interesting life that involved the Suez Canal. Like, I don't care. Rosie, who kind of used to be a news anchor, weather girl, something, I don't know, with her 4 Instagram followers, this is not interesting to me. I also get that they're trying to draw the parallel to Jersey. Jersey, for whatever reason, felt more authentic. These girls all came on, in my opinion, being like, I want to stir some shit up and I don't care who I take out. And there doesn't seem to be any loyalty to anyone. I can't figure out who's friends. And it's just, the fashions are abysmal. The houses aren't good. Like, it's just so on so many levels. And I know you hate that, but like, again, maybe I don't need all of the cash and prizes, but then you got to give me something. And these girls aren't giving it to me. And I'm not feeling it. I'm sorry. I wanted to, but
I haven't even seen it. Mike, I think, liked it.
I watched like the half hour, maybe of the first hour, the first episode, and I was like, I was just laughing a lot, and so I could have been in a good mood. But I just noticed like, oh, it's making me laugh. These people are funny and like stupid funny, but
yeah.
But I didn't go any further than that.
Which is fine if it's a different franchise. If it's housewifery, I'm not into, like, I wanted the Kennedys. I want like some like waspy blue blood. I don't know. Maybe those are conflicting things, but like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, we're at the Hyannisport compound and we have some lineage in politics or some oil, something like
Real
these-
Thomas Ravenel kind of family.
kinda, but without the racism.
Got it.
Anyway, this was my favorite comment by Johnny. He goes, I miss the earlier days of this podcast when people were commenting, I don't agree with the woman who looks like Janet.
Number one comment of the entire week.
I'm
was
the woman who they said looks like Janet,
Dude.
and I don't miss those days.
You
That
don't
shit
look
was
like
so
Janet.
I
funny.
You have brown hair.
That's it.
like,
So funny. Janet has brown hair now.
And then Johnny,
Janet's trying to look like Courtney.
Yeah, that's true. I hope that they should be telling her.
Yeah, you know who you look like is that girl on Showmance.
that's right. I just responded, I definitely don't. And Johnny goes, it was brutal, but more of a compliment of Janet. Thanks, Johnny.
Speaking of the brutal times, Glitter Army's back.
Courtney's best friend.
Welcome home.
That's right. Oriel Thompson said, you need the comedy with the tragedy, not just the tragedy. Janet is not fun or funny. She is just dark and evil and sucks the life out of any scene, even at parties. She is literally ruining the show. And end of story. The end. That is all I got. And I know you mentioned it with the robots, but it bared repeating.
No,
with
it
the full
does. But I gotta
comment
say,
show.
I think that multiple people are ruining the show right now, and it's or multiple topics are just for me. Like I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't have children. I don't know, but like I don't care about. I don't know. Okay. I understand why Nia had to bring her baby, but did Kristen have to bring hers too, or did Kristen just bring hers because of does she breastfeed too, or is she just was like, oh, Nia's bringing hers? I don't know. I just want to see these people party and like fight about get drunk and fight. You know, like I don't want to see them fighting with their significant others anymore about dumbass shit.
Yeah.
I get it's real life, but I'm not here for real life.
Is this real life?
Is this real life?
Yeah.
Bring back Tom Sandoval.
No, you shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
It would be so fun.
Tracy Amber. Sorry, Tracy. Tracy Amber was the one that said the Valley needs to be on TLC about life after having a baby. I'm so bored with this season. Yeah, and there's more to that comment. But I think we're all bored. But also, yeah, the show needs to move to TLC and be like a educational
Docuseries.
show. Yeah,
Yeah,
docuseries.
I just started a docuseries on TLC called Unexpected, and it's about teen pregnancies. And that is depressing, but it's also because it's so tough. Like, you know what these young girls are in for. And I don't really mean depressing. I just mean like you're watching it through a different lens of like, oh my gosh, like I'm rooting for you, but I know this is going to be really hard. And if that was on TLC, I would be expecting that. I'm expecting some ding dongs getting drunk.
Let me ask a question because I am really curious because I really do want to stop saying maybe it's because I don't have kids. For the people that watch this show, loved it at some point, or just hate watch it in general, but like clearly you're still watching, so you're getting something out, you're entertained somewhat by it. I would just like to know of all the people that are not interested this season, do you have kids or do you not have kids? Like, is this a universal thing where it's just like, no, I do have kids. I'm here to check out. I don't want to see everyone else's kids. Or is it like, no, I'm into it. Like I relate to this. I identify in these problems. I want to hear Nia talk about whatever. And I love Nia, so I'll listen to her talk about anything. But I am just curious if there is a divide caused by, do you have kids or not? I'm curious for my own personal reasons.
I think it's a great question. This is a long comment. It's great. I'm only reading the first sentence and you guys are going to give me shit because you're like, you guys always do this, but I'm only doing this because of this person who made this comment, and it's been a while. Ningy ding. All caps. Mike, I agree with you. Ningy, we're back. I knew it would happen.
Jump ship.
Whatever. It's fine.
It's good. Fine, Niggy, you'll be back.
I got a
Summer house. Yeah.
I got a boat ski now. You can ride with me. I sent Natalie a picture of the boat ski, and I was like, this is our compromise for Loser Lake. I'll get this. I'm like, I think I could have a good time at Loser Lake with you on the back. And she wrote back, you mean you on the back?
Yeah.
Can you imagine
Riding
that?
on the back of your jet ski?
My boat ski. Well, you can fit. It's fixed for.
We're not doubling up on jet skis.
No, I told her,
I
I
can fit because
said-
I'm so tall.
Wait, what?
Like, she could fit. And I'm like, I'm not that big.
Oh, no, it's a 4-seater. No, I did tell Hofer. I was like, oh, I sent it to Nat, and she's making me ride on the back. So now I need to get 2 because I'm not riding on the back. So we're getting 2 boat skis. And you can trade off between mine and Natalie's, unless you want your own boat ski.
Do people do jet skis in the ocean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's actually a show
When you go to Cabo, do it.
Oh, we'll have to get our boat skis shipped to.
we could boat ski our boat skis to Cabo. No, there's a show
easier with the tariffs.
There's a show on the Outdoor Channel called I don't remember what it's called, but it's these Looney Tune dudes that they like ski do. They don't have the jet, but like they're ski doing around the world. No thanks,
dude. You have to watch the 100-foot wave.
How many times have we said that we've watched it?
But did you watch when they jet? Because they tow ski, and when they jet skied out to the literal middle of the ocean and skied where there was no land in sight, surfed where there was no land in sight.
Okay, that doesn't have to be land to be surfed.
No, but it involves jet skis, and I'm not explaining it right because I'm really tired. But it's so good. You're not. I don't think you are caught up. That's what I'm saying.
We got a lot of stuff to catch up on.
Yeah, it's the best show in the whole wide world.
What's your
100-foot wave.
problem?
Watch it.
No,
It's on HBO.
I watched it. I think I've seen enough. I enjoyed it. I think if I went further, I might not.
No, we did watch it in the first season, and she enjoyed it so much that I was like, oh my God.
It's shockingly every season bananas good. It's like, how do they do it? I don't know. Last season, I was sobbing every episode.
That is the difference between us. Like, I don't want to sob when I'm watching TV. It's like the last thing I want to do.
Good feelings though, like
no.
Oh, okay.
Like I just don't like. I cry enough. About just things. Like I don't need to do it. Like when I'm like looking to be entertained and like.
I love it. I love crying.
I know the fact that you're on TLC watching a new docuseries about teenage pregnancies. Like, I would never in a million years go seek that out.
I like it. I like to see life.
LL Nut. Michelle has said in the past that when she and Jesse got together, he was super laid back. As time went on, he got very obsessed with money and success, if I'm not mistaken. I am happy they are showing more of Michelle this season. She was not brought in at the best time of her life. And we talked a little bit about that. And I think that's true. And
Justice for Michelle.
Yeah, justice for Michelle, my belle. All right, Carrie Peacock. You know you're a special person on this channel when you're going to get this shout out. I have my friend Austin, who I've talked about, who's my bike friend. And he's also my friend that started running like an idiot. And we have the Strava, and he would go on runs, and then he'd be like, you didn't give me kudos for my run. And I told him,
you do that.
No, I do kudos for bikes. There's no kudos for runs. You don't get kudos for running. So I would tell him, I'm like, I'm not kudoing runs. Like, I don't do running. Running's dumb. I'm not giving you kudos for your runs. And he was like, that's so stupid. I'm like, whatever, call me stupid.
I'm getting back on Strava just to kudo it up with Austin.
Dude.
That's what I do. I go on there like once a year and then just go
hammer.
kudo it all out. And people wake up to like 200 million kudos.
Yeah.
And they're like,
this
whoa.
is a thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
likes on
Same.
Instagram,
Okay.
but it's for sports. Like, or
Got it.
Yeah.
workouts.
Yeah.
Well, as Ramona Singer says, kudos.
Yeah.
Kudos, yeah.
Give them some
So
kudos.
I was, so then Austin was like, oh, I think I'm going to do a marathon. And I was like, great. So he starts training for the marathon. I was like, you know what, Austin? If you do this marathon and you complete it, that's the only kudos. That's the only running kudos. Your only running kudo that you'll get, that you're going to get from me is a completed marathon kudo. And that's it. Period. End of story. And he did it. He went and ran the marathon. And it was like a crazy, like, trail running marathon. He had to run over a mountain or something stupid. But he did it. And so I was like, you did it. Fine, you get a kudo. And then a year later, he's from New York. He went and did the New York Marathon and so you got a second kudo. And one time, two running kudos. I was like, it's game changer. One time he went back to New York. Yeah, kudons. He's going to get a couple kudons. One time he went back to New York and tricked me and posted pictures of him and his buddy like hike. It looked like a hike, but they were really pretty pictures. And I kudoed it. And it was a run. And he's like, you kudoed a regular run. And I was like, no, I didn't. You tricked me.
Can you
Son of a bitch.
reverse a kudo?
You can't reverse kudos. You can't kudont them. So Carrie Peacock, this is my kudo from me to you. Watching this morning while I get ready to run Bloomsday. It's a good distraction because despite the fact I've run it every year for the past 5 years and it's only a 12K formal race, nothing, makes me, 12K, formal races make me nervous, probably because I'm a crazy runner. Probably because all runners are a little crazy. So a lot of good lucks, a lot of woohoos. I said, how did you do? Did you win? And yes, we're going to say she won because that's what we do here. We just say whatever we want. But this is my running canoe to you. Good job on the race. Good job on completing it. And
it's a kawoo.
You got a clue from us to you.
This joke has legs, guys.
Yeah, no, this is a good one. So good job. Good job, Carrie.
You are not funny-ing it.
You read this one, Oriel Thompson, which I thought was a really good one with the Janet. You need the comedy and the tragedy, and she's tragedy.
She's not fun or funny. Thank you, Oriel.
Second funniest
Caduce
comment.
to you.
Yeah, caduce to you. Second funniest comment from Heather, in my opinion, not the Brobies. Heather Sapphire. Benji looks like Zach's kid. It seems weird to me. Anyone else?
It is an odd thing, but like they're clearly both so happy that
great.
I feel like an asshole talking about it. So.
Yeah, because I just love them.
Yeah.
Petty Pokey replied to that. I half expect Zach to pat him on the head.
Zach is so tall, and Benji is
He's
so
really
not
big.
tall.
Yeah.
That's how it looks when my best friend Orly and I go out. She's so and I so big.
Yeah.
Dude, I do love it to find out that they have an open relationship, but that it was Benji's idea.
Yeah,
that's
I'm not moving
like you're in with me, Benji. Like that was enough for me to be like, no, this is gonna work.
That's right. It's like someone like whoever is married to Giselle, and they're like, I need some more.
Yeah.
I'm reading this again because it was that good. Johnny Smiles. I missed the early days of this podcast when people were commenting, I don't agree with the woman who looks like Janet. It was so funny. I literally peed in my pants a little tiny bit.
I hate when people say I look like Janet.
I swear
really
you do not.
because I just don't like her. If she was like this fun, jovial, with it kind of gal, I'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But she's not.
Well,
Although
no
Mike
one
thinks I'm a
says-
MILF now, so.
Oh.
That's true. Good job.
I am a single mother of 4
That's true.
cats.
Yeah. I guess you've always been a MILF.
Yeah.
Danielle Mag 84. I think the main reason everybody loves Lacey is because she doesn't really like Jesse. That's true and funny.
a good theory.
And
It
funny
is.
because it's true.
Yeah.
There's more to that comment, but I just thought that part was fairly funny. And then I just saved this. I mentioned it earlier, but Miss Scratchy Girl, I don't know the blah blah is, I don't know why, it just cracks me up. I'm saving that one for the last comment because it is a change to the English language that I think needs to be really discussed. Trisha.
Don't say anything about my Trish.
Trisha. College sports is not better than any pro sports. College football is not better than NFL. College kids are dying to be in the NFL. That makes the NFL better. Okay.
One could argue, but I'm not going to because I'm too tired. But I see Trisha's point.
Then don't. It's not.
Tell that
no,
to
because that's
Stan.
the whole thing everybody says is like, oh, they're playing for the love of the game. Not anymore. And they never were. They're playing to be pro, and now they're getting paid $1 bazillion. So there's a guy on our show on AGT whose kid plays football. He made like $3 million last year. He's not even a starter, this
He
kid.
can pay for himself and his friends to go to school for a semester.
Great. That's fantastic. And I'm all for it. I love it. I think they should have been getting paid the whole time. You make money off a kid, give him some. But I don't want to hear about the passion and the love of the game. They're boring. College, they're not good enough yet. And that's the only thing. Sorry. Run S. The t-shirt that I thought Luke was wearing for 17 days. Luke was wearing the same t-shirt in a few different scenes, and he should have taken this advice. It said, easy, Tiger. Pretty funny. All right, and now I'm ending it with this one, because this is probably the second or third time Shannon Fall has done this, and I get it. She's a teacher, so like you're probably expected to do these kind of like earth-changing, global-changing, historical things, because that's what teachers do. But this needs to be a serious discussion, and I don't know who's in charge of English, but like they need to hear this. So once again, send this to them at inchargeofenglish.com. I hate that sugar doesn't have an H in it.
Well, that's the show, folks. Like, subscribe, and tell a friend.
An H in it. You're right. She's right.
Who said that?
Shannon.
Oh, no, Shannon's always right.
That's what I'm saying. And she's always right. But like once in a while,
I just don't know what did it connect to in the show.
Listen,
it doesn't matter.
Shannon also said that she liked Amanda's matching bikini and hat on Summer House the other night.
She got hacked. There was a hack. It wasn't Shannon.
It wasn't Shannon, and no one can hit a home run every time.
Totally.
No.
One of her students hacked her things on that while she was at school, is what I heard. Anyways, like and subscribe. That's the show. Put an H in sugar and wrap it up.
Yeah, I love you. Bye.
Yeah, I love you. Bye. I'm going to sleep over and I'm so tired.
I know. Dude, now I'm just realizing you just need food to be.
Oh, food is, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen you this amped for like the last half of a show ever.
That's so true. That's the fastest he's ever read comments.
Yeah.
No, I...
and like really like
with gusto.
Like indulged in them. You know?
I'm going to save this one for last.
I'm actually
this is the best comment.
going to read a bunch that you guys have already read.